Alright, now let us start the syncopation stuff.
Yep.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
2 Mississippi.
Try again.
Fuck that up.
Hey guys, Aokiba's here. I'm Shard588, also known as Greg, the voice for Araxu.
And I am X Frozen Darkness, also known as Kelly, the voice of Kalari.
We're here with a special interview podcast thing to give you guys an insider what the life of a 1-year-old Utao channel is like. This is to celebrate our YouTube anniversary, though technically we started on February 29th of last year, hence the reason for not posting a video, because we've been occupied with preparations for this.
Yeah, it's taken quite a long time to do. Lots of other things got in the way, but we're here now. It's all that matters.
And now we do not have a script, so everything will be improvised.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You guys get to listen to that.
Okay.
Woo.
Links to our various accounts will be down in the description, such as Kelly's account for DeviantArt.
And Tumblr.
And Tumblr, of course, cannot forget. So, let's see. Let's start with the question, how did we start?
That was all you. That was definitely
Yeah.
all you.
So, I guess I'll initiate this. So, I believe we started midway December of 2015.
I think it was the beginning of December.
Probably midway beginning, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm. We could probably go through chat logs and figure out the exact date, but no one actually cares.
Probably. But, let's see. The first one to come to being... Well, first off, I approached Kelly saying, hey, I have this crazy idea. You want to start a YouTube Utao channel?
And I was insane enough to say yes.
Yes, you were. That's fault number 1. Okay, so during, I think shortly before or after I asked that question, I made Araxu. I followed a basic rec list for CV and made the first version for him. And I think a week after that, we got Kalari.
No, I think it was a bit longer than that, because I remember after you first approached me, Araxu was pretty close to being done, and then it took a couple weeks after that, because I recorded her over Christmas vacation, because I was still in high school at that time.
Right. I think our first cover was like on the 28th or something.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty late into the month. They were both born in December. If you can call it birth.
Yeah. Anyways, if I remember, that was also shortly after your birthday?
Yep, December 20th.
Yep.
That's my birthday.
That's right. And I made a special little song of Araxu singing happy birthday.
I still listen to that all the time, and it just makes my heart like all warm and fuzzy.
Good. That took a whole lot of effort when I first started. Now I could probably recreate it, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so going through the months, let's see, it was mainly me, but we both made cover after cover for the Aokibas.
Mm-hmm. I think I only made like 2.
2 or 3 around that.
I think we've only released 1, if I remember it. Because I think it was Okasa for our Halloween special. I think that's the only one that we released. Oh well.
Basically, the timeline when we posted the videos since our channel creation was more or less the timeline when we created those covers.
Mm-hmm.
Through that, I also had a crazy idea, go figure, that Araxu needed a version 2.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit unsatisfied with how I went about with Araxu. I recorded his voice really, really, really short, so Utao didn't have a lot of recordings to make use of, and it made it really, really weird on some songs. So version 2, I lengthened each recording a little bit, and I'm really satisfied.
Oh yeah, version 2, he sounds fantastic. I mean, they both did.
And then Kalari's just, perfect when she started.
Well, I mean, I haven't exactly had time to make a version 2. It's been a hectic year. Maybe that will change in the future.
Ooh, maybe. Okay, so I started that. What did we expect?
I expected hell. Okay, well that's exaggerating. I was really excited after you first approached me for this, and clearly overzealous with the schedule that we made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I burnt out really quickly for at least doing all the visuals for it.
I was really, really scared the schedule wouldn't quite work out, because even I kind of realized that it was asking a lot, twice a week.
Oh no, that was just for the Halloween.
And the first
The
month.
Halloween special, that's a whole other issue to talk about.
We'll talk about that later.
That's coming later. I just meant the once a week schedule, because I was in grade 12, my last year of high school, and when we started, it was, well, like when we were starting to make the schedule, it was still like early January, so the full brunt of the second semester hadn't exactly, hit me. So I was optimistic about my workload. You should not have been.
And I wasn't exactly, the best at saying otherwise, because I'm a year older. I graduated high school.
We're out of that hellhole now, though.
Oh, but dude, we pulled it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all the way to October, man. Anyways.
Until we finally took a break. Well-deserved break.
Well-deserved break.
But again, the Halloween special is an issue for later on in our lovely podcast.
We'll talk about it another time. So, what I expected, I knew this was going to be, a lot of challenge. It was, going at it, hyped up for the channel. And then I know how frequent usual Utao channels post. So I was already somewhat aware that there would be a bit of a crash and burn for us.
You should have voiced that concern.
I did, actually. Yes, I did.
Did you?
Yes, continuously.
I don't have a memory.
Continuously, I said, we can always modify the schedule. This is gonna be a
I'm
lot
the kind of person that like, once I make a commitment to a schedule or something, I have to stick through it, no matter what, like, pain and sorrow that I brought upon myself. I stick with it. So I'm just too nice to say no, and I won't give up, I guess? Question mark?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you.
Stop memeing. I will not have memes in my podcast.
Your podcast? Excuse me, princess.
Our podcast, whatever.
Anyways, so yes, we did expect a lot, but holy crap, the end results
have been amazing.
I couldn't have asked any better.
Oh yeah, I'm really proud of what we've done.
Oh, for sure. I'm proud of what you've done. Holy crap.
I'm proud of both of us, I guess. We're equally proud.
Mm-hmm. I think
goals and dreams. No,
goals
okay.
and dreams, yep.
You could keep talking.
Okay, I was just gonna say we could probably, skip over fierce and expected challenges. We talked about that.
Oh, I thought that's what we were on.
Yeah. I think we combined them.
Don't know. We have a schedule.
Anyways, goals and dreams.
Goals and dreams. Well, I mean, I had pretty high dreams of like 1 million freaking subscribers within the first 2 months. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh man, like who doesn't dream that? Let's be honest.
Way too optimistic. Way too optimistic. I mean, it's really cool to be like, to notice and like, oh my god, we've got a new subscriber, even though it's only like 1 subscriber and we're at like what, 30, probably less than 30 subscribers now. Yeah. It's still like mind-blowing.
I still remember every time we got a new subscriber, we'd hop on Skype and be like, oh my god, new subscriber!
Yeah, just flip right out. We appreciate you guys, at the very least. At least you know that. Because we fangirl over every single one of you.
We do.
Because we're nerds.
I have photo evidence of us freaking out every subscriber.
You don't need to bring that up. No, don't do that.
Story for another time.
Mm-hmm.
One of my goals was to collaborate with other Utao channels and, like, you know, get twice the amount of production, if not more, of Aokiba covers. That was kind of a hidden, you know, motive when we did those duets with Oliver and Wayon.
I mean, I liked them just because I'm a frickin' Oliver fangirl, and I don't have hidden motives. I'm not a mean person.
Yeah. I honestly loved making the audios for that. By the way, I make the audio parts for each cover, and then Kelly does an awesome job making the art and visuals for all of them.
It's painful, but you know.
Damn, add clap to her.
Thank you. I'm bowing. You can't see it, but I'm bowing.
Anything else for goals and dreams?
Not really. I was just when you approached me, I was just like, hell yeah, this is gonna be a really fun project to do with like my best friend. So let's do it. Get the work done.
Oh, people, did you hear that? I'm her best friend. Ah.
It's kind of weird that it's just like a natural part of my life to like be subconsciously worrying about Aokibas now, because even though we've been on like probably more than 2-month break, like I'm still like, okay, I gotta, like, in the back of my mind, like I gotta be drawing for the Aokibas, because it takes forever to do a freaking picture. That's why we do, well, I don't know if you guys call them this, but we call them like our sprite videos, where it's just the sprites, I guess, of the Aokibas that I drew on that tiled background with the lyrics, because those are just simple videos that we do when I don't have time to draw, because believe it or not, I don't. I'm in college. Don't have time.
Funny story. The time it takes to put all the lyrics together and, you know, line it all up in Movie Maker. Jeez.
It's not nice.
That was a process.
It's a bit nicer when I'm doing videos now, because I've gotten a better video editor. So it's Sony Vegas 13. The Sony Vegas Pro version 13. It was like a free version that I found off the internet for, I don't know. But it's really nice when doing the lyrics. It's better than the hellhole that is Windows Movie Maker, but you know.
It's also been a lot easier to take covers made on YouTube with pre-existing songs, like the Mosaic roll we did for Kalmar's cover.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because it was so simple, and I'm always taking into account, you know, how much work this would be on you.
Which I appreciate. Thank you very much.
So I thought this would make it so much easier for both of us, because it would also be something I could throw together, you know, minus putting the sprites on, because I don't have the money to pay for a video editor.
I think the just logistically speaking, for like anyone who is maybe trying to make a new Tao channel, from what I've noticed, because the last 2 videos that we posted was Mosaic Roll and Weekender Girl, and both of them, they both had pre-existing videos with just one of the sprites slapped on top, and from what I can tell, they're more popular than our other sprite videos, so it might just be a better thing to do that way, so we won't, they're still like sprite videos, but it's without the pre-existing background. Well, I made the one I made.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, every time we post a cover, we also have multiple links to every source we used, whether it be lyrics to the video used.
Oh yeah, we have like, our descriptions are really long just because of how much like crediting we do with all the USTs and stuff.
It's for a good cause.
I mean, we're both content creators, I guess, and it sucks to have your stuff stolen and not credited for it, so.
I mean, I would hate it if someone took our Aokiba babies and slapped on another sprite and said, "This is my Utao."
Oh yeah, that'd hurt right in the freaking chest.
I guess that's one fear we both have. We could talk about.
Oh yeah, our stuff getting like stolen or something?
Yeah, and being called out for stealing other people's works.
Oh yeah, that's definitely scary. I definitely don't want to be, accused of plagiarism, because that's like, actually like a legal thing that you can get in trouble for.
Mm-hmm.
Credit your sources, kids.
Credit is good. Good credit. Report.com.
Hey, if someone wants to sponsor us.
Insert sponsorship nonchalant.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like, while I'm editing the videos, I'm just gonna put an ad up right there.
Please subscribe and sponsor us. Okay.
We're poor young adults who don't have any money. Please help.
I think that just about wraps up for the initial thoughts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So, interview questions.
Yeah.
Okay. So, question 1. What was your Vocaloid Utao experience prior to this? I know we talked about this a bit when we first started.
My first exposure to Vocaloid and Utah was actually through you. I remember, I think it was a few years before we started the channel, definitely. And I was sitting at my grandma's house. It was either over Thanksgiving or Christmas break. And I remember you sent me a video. It was a cover of Tato's Noise, I do believe. And I just remember listening to it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But then, you know, I slowly grew to love it. I think from like early on in high school, probably about grade 10, I've been listening to Utao. Well, Vocaloid, I guess. I didn't even know Utao exists until you approached me about it. And then I finally learned the difference. But yeah, it's always been like a background thing I'm a fan of. Then now I'm a content creator for it, I guess. How the tables turn.
My. Anyways, that video was magic. That's what it was.
Oh, was it?
No. It was a joke. You saying, "What is this?"
Oh.
It's magic. This one video will turn your life around forever.
Oh, it did. I've been actually like looking like subtly, not really putting too much effort into it, but like looking for the video so I can just watch it again and be like, this is what started it all. Pain and torture making freaking videos. It's not pain and torture. I love doing it. I'm just exaggerating, but
I regret nothing.
Oh yeah, I regret nothing. I think it's a good experience actually. Like even though our, you know, like one upload a week schedule was overwhelming, it was a good lesson, I think, for us.
Oh, for sure. Time management, prioritizing things, as well as knowing your limits. That's especially what I took from it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely helped. I think it's helped with like my schoolwork, to be honest, because I'm in art school, so I'm like constantly having to create stuff, and it's really useful knowing my limit beforehand, because now I know how far in advance I need to start to like work on certain things. So it's kind of, and like when to take a break, because if I push myself further, it's not going to look good. So it's a good lesson.
I think that just about covers for that question.
Yeah, no. My first question, what do you know? It's, how did you get into Utah?
Let's see.
Because you were the one who introduced me, as I just said, but I don't know how you got into it.
Okay, let's see. First off, it started with Vocaloid, as per usual. I watched a video, Link x Pikachu Best Friends Forever.
Really?
I was a total Smash Brothers fan. Like, holy crap.
I can't fault you for that.
With that, it was, I didn't know at the time, but it was Miku singing Melt.
Oh.
It was a beautiful, beautiful song. From there, every time I listened to a song someone sent me over Facebook or something, I would always recognize that singer. The next one was Irivan Polka, which I absolutely love to death even now. And then from there it, went to World Is Mine, and then I ran into the Kagamines, and then I ran into Kato, who I will admit I had, deep respect for a long time.
Deep respect. I think you are underestimating. You were a fanboy, let's be real here. Okay,
fine. I liked Kato because he sang really, really deep, and I can sing really deep. If you want proof, then here it is.
Oh gosh, oh my god.
Oh, that's the first time you heard it, huh?
Yeah, you've never done that to me before.
Yeah, Kato's natural deep voice bank and my voice I could identify with, therefore, instant respect.
Holy crap. It's like a whole new side of you, wow. You should make like a pen for Araxu with just doing that deep voice.
I was thinking about that. Anyways, that's aside from the question.
Yeah.
I kind of stopped listening to all the Vocaloid when I ran into the Utao, which was like Teto, Rao, I'm gonna pronounce his name wrong, Kanane?
Couldn't tell you.
He was one of the first few Utaos I ran into. And then, I ran into Weihan.
Truly the love of your life, soulmate material, right there.
Oh, please, Weihan, be my husband. Oh, I love you. As soon as I heard Weihan's cover, I can't remember the first one, but I immediately, fell in love. And that's kind of where I, dropped Kato. Sorry, Kato.
He's overrated anyway.
Yeah, totally. Weihan was actually what inspired me to start Utao, making a voice bank beforehand. Because I think a year or two before I even came to you, Kelly, about Utao, I tried making my own voice bank. I got a whole new computer for it and everything, and it was going to be awesome. And then I lost the files. And Utao wouldn't work, and I had to restart my computer, and it was horrible. I cried.
Oh my god. My heart aches for you.
Yeah, I was upset all that progress was lost. But I will confirm that what is for the Aokibas now is so much better.
No, well, probably.
Anyways, yeah, my whole goal was to have, my own voice bank sing with Weihan. Achievement reached. It's with Electric Angel, too.
That's so cute. That's a really good cover. I do like that one a lot.
I like it, too. Let's see. I think that just about covers it.
Yeah.
So yeah, unlike Kelly, I have quite a number of Utao experience beforehand.
The Aokibas. The Aokibas are pretty much my only Utao involvement, but I love them to death.
Oh, who couldn't?
Exactly, they're the best.
Okay, let's see. My turn for a question. How would you describe the visual evolution for the Aokiba? And at this point, we'll be showing off all the before and after pictures.
Oh yeah, those are gonna haunt me. I remember when we were first coming up with their design, I still have the picture, which you guys are gonna be seeing on screen probably right now. Let that burn into your eyeballs forever, because it's hell. It's definitely been kind of nice to have the Aokibas there. They've obviously, their design has stayed pretty similar. Well, not pretty similar, they've been the exact same for the past year, but looking back, it's nice to compare the first drawing with stuff that I can do now, just as a testament to how I've improved over the last year. It's just nice. Did I answer the question? I don't think I did.
Okay, question again. How would you describe the visual evolution for the Aokibas?
Well, I think it's just me getting better as an artist as to be an evolution, because they haven't had a design change at all. So mostly when I'm drawing images for the covers, I'm trying to copy pre-existing style. For black and white board, I was copying frame by frame from what the original video looks like. So that's kind of why the images aren't as good, or the style doesn't match up. So I was just copying what was already there. The actual videos, the art isn't top quality, but I wouldn't say that the Aokibas have really evolved. I'd say my own skill has, and therefore they just look better, if that makes sense.
I think that makes sense.
So yeah, that's that. My turn. How long does it normally take you to actually finish making a cover? From start to finish? Well, maybe not looking for the USTs and instrumental.
So, starting point would be working with Utao, right? Mm-hmm. The program?
Yeah, how long does it take normally, average?
So, on average, that's actually a really hard question. It kind of differs between USTs. Our voice banks, the Aokibas, are generally pretty good about not having those, like, envelope problems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kalari's I, or E pronunciation, has a bit of troubles with me. I've been trying to figure that out. So far, I think it's working out. So using Utao is good enough as it is, but it just depends on the quality of the UST in general. For example, when I made since we were on the topic, the black and white ward.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap.
I remember you talking about that.
I have the deepest respects for whoever made the UST. Like, that is a difficult thing to pull off.
Mm-hmm.
It was more speech than singing, which is, a different level than, vice versa.
Didn't they, like, separate the individual, like, lines of that UST into different files, and you have to, like, coordinate them into the right order to make the song?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
There was, I think, like, around 30 USTs for each of the singers.
You poor thing.
And not only that, some of them had to be duplicated on their own, such as Araxu's first line, Shiro Koiz... whatever. The bodies shall be switched, or something.
Yeah, the first line.
I had to duplicate that so many times. But it was just something I had to get used to. Once I got into the flow, it was easy. It was just really tedious and long and way more work than it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that'll teach me to start making my own USTs for that stuff. I don't know.
That'd be something to get into in the future. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
On average, for a good UST, it would take me about 15 to 30 minutes on a good day. If I'm feeling extremely inspired. It might be a little more, because working with Audacity for all the effects and stuff, making sure it's all lined up, syllables are in the right place, all that. I'm going to say around 35-40 minutes. For USTs that require a bit of work, that can range from an hour and a half to 3 hours.
Oh, gosh.
It's mostly because I'm still trying to learn working with USTs and all that. Trying to be not destructive about all the files and stuff. I think you know what I mean by destructive.
Yeah, I think I understand.
Okay.
Next question?
I think so. Yeah, that just about covers it. So, here's my question. Before I told you how to properly record stuff for Utao, how did you think we were going to do this Utao stuff? It kind of sounded as though you thought we were going to sing the songs in their entirety every single time.
I have a bad memory, so I couldn't tell you, like, my actual reaction, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's exactly what I thought. Because, I mean, the concept of just, like, actually, like, thinking about the concept of Utao, like, how they string syllables together to, like, make... It's, like, mind-blowing, like, why would you think of that? Because I don't know about anybody else, but I think, like, Utaos and Vocaloids generally sound pretty real, unless they're made to sound, like, robotic on purpose. So I legitimately thought at first, like, Vocaloid songs were sung by a real person. So it wouldn't surprise me that that's what I thought we were going to do for Utao.
You wouldn't be the first. That would have been cool. I do have one goal where I think the YouTuber Pancake, he made the Utao Sake. He's saying candy, 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 I think. I think that's how many candies there are. He sang it with his Utao. That's what I want to do with our Aokiba kids.
Like, make a cover?
Yeah,
with
like...
us duetting with the Aokibas?
You have the option of singing. I, for one, know I want to sing with the Aokibas.
Well, I mean, I can try and sing, but can't guarantee that everybody's ears won't bleed.
You're not that bad. Kalari sounds amazing.
Not that bad. Thanks. Yeah, that'd be something cool to get into in the future.
Not right now.
Not right now. We've got other things to worry about. Next question. So, don't know if our subscribers know about this, but Greg here makes his own music. Like, you compose your own instrumental stuff, which is amazing. Like, that's holy shit. I want to know what's it like composing these instrumentals from scratch? Like, what's your process like to come up with a song,
Mhm.
for recording it, because you've only sent me like clips so far, but I know you have a YouTube channel, which will be linked in the description. What's that like?
Well, it is, let's see, how would I describe it? I've only recently gotten into it. It's still a very new concept for me.
Mhm.
Utao and a music artist I follow, Tundra Fox. Big fan, by the way. Shout out to Tundra Fox. All the music I listen to, I've been inspired to make my own. Legend of Zelda, for one. Holy crap, you can learn so much from it.
Some of your stuff sounds like authentic, like Zelda music too. Like,
Probably when I first start. I will admit, the more that time passes between, finishing those songs and, current day, I start pointing out more and more mistakes and what I need to change up quality-wise.
every artist does that.
Yeah.
So.
Mostly, it's all improv until you can make something work. At least that's the process for me. Like what I currently do. If I'm not remaking like a song like I did for Legend Zelda, some of their songs for fun and tests and whatnot, I just make a beat. I use Audiosana, a free app on Google browser you can get, just to like test out DJ stuff. I just make a random beat and pick some noises to go with it. If it sounds good, I'll make like a actual, melody beat to go with it. 9 times out of 10 it works out. However, I work on tangents. I can't quite finish all the time. If it's not done the first day, it's probably never gonna finish, which is something I need to work on. But otherwise, I'm pretty proud for chorus music I make. I can never start like at the beginning and work to the end. I always have to start with the chorus part.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I don't know very much about music, but it makes sense that the rest of the song revolves around the chorus.
It's still something I'm learning. I make like, a random beat every now and then. I'll probably link like maybe 5 stuff I've worked on in like a total video and post that every, other month. It might be something I'll do.
Yeah.
Generally, improv is what I work on.
I mean, it makes sense.
Did that answer the question?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Alright. So, my question to you. What's the struggle like to juggle personal and professional life with Utao YouTube? Because I know you have a lot more going on than I do.
Well, I don't know if you'd call it professional life.
I think education counts as professional.
It's pretty hard, to be honest. I thought it was like bad in high school, like when I was in grade 12 about to graduate, but moving out and going to college, it's been a great experience. Like, I do love it. And it's infinitely better than high school on its own, but the workload is astronomical, and it takes me longer and longer to draw for the covers because I'm putting more detail into it. Like the speed paint that was on the video, which probably isn't now because we're going on 45 minutes here, but yeah, the speed paint I recorded, I actually have a sticky note on my desk here. Exactly 5 hours, 16 minutes, and 39 seconds of footage just to get that one image. So yeah, it takes longer and longer, so it's a lot harder to balance all my schoolwork with the Utao stuff, especially in the beginning of the school year, because the Halloween special, that was in works for a very, very long time, and I was supposed to get the majority of the visuals for the videos done like over the summer, but then I got a job and that took up so much of my time and I was so tired, and it all went downhill from there. And it got to the point where like we were releasing videos and I was like desperately trying to do schoolwork and get the videos done at the same time. I didn't pull any all-nighters, but it definitely was stressful. Like the black and white ward video, whoa. That was self-inflicted, but yeah, I drew every single one of those frames. It's practically animating. Not really, though. It's not proper animation, but...
Stop motion.
It's gotten easier, though, to balance it, especially since, like we mentioned before, like I know my limits now, so I can say how many covers that I can draw for a month or whatever, so it's definitely difficult to be like the visual producer because knowing now that sometimes it only takes you like half an hour to produce some stuff, where like it takes me an hour to do like the basic sketch for some of these visuals. It's like, oh shit. Plus, like, not only do I draw, but I also generally, not all the time, I'm putting all the lyrics on the videos, so that takes a good chunk of time.
You see why I respect this person, guys? You have my deepest respects.
Oh, thank you. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's fantastic to do. It's just, I gotta get quicker at doing it, so it's not as bad and as tedious. And if things go well, and well, I'm not going to specify, but if things go well next year, my school workload is going to get a lot harder because I'll be in an honors bachelor program. So drawn videos might not be as often, but you never know. I haven't gotten replies yet.
I might sneak one during vacations and stuff.
Or whenever I have a free moment, I guess. I mean, I'm constantly drawing, to be honest, because now I'm in art school. So even my work isn't work per se because I'm drawing and I love drawing. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, you did.
I think I went off on a tangent there.
Remember, this is all casual.
I mean, I'm making this drawing for this, being the visuals producer, sound a lot worse than it actually is. I'm definitely over exaggerating. Just my advice to anyone doing it, know your limits and stay within it. Yeah. Just don't kill yourself trying to do...
Please don't.
Definitely don't kill yourself, but I meant like kill yourself as in like overwork yourself trying to do it. It's definitely so much easier because we're doing this as a team. So you're the audio producer and I'm the visuals producer. So I mean, if either of us had to do both, we'd...
It'd be dead like the first month.
Oh gosh,
if
yeah.
even.
First week, just deceased on the floor. I think I've talked enough about that. Question for you. I know we mentioned it before. You said something about Kalari's I or E or something being a bit funny, but with the voice banks, is there any like obvious flaws to them, or like, well, maybe not flaws, but like things you could fix if we like recorded them again, like made a V2 for Kalmar and Kalari and a V3 for Aokiba and Alexa?
Okay, well, I wouldn't call them flaws, like you said. Something that I do gripe, as a Utao user critic, with both of them, their vowels aren't consistent with other syllables. Like, for Aokiba, for example, his O with, like, let's say, no, there's a different tone between the two. What's common in USTs is, like, you'll have no, and then right after that is O on a different scale, and they're just, like, strung together, which I consider bad. You need to use just one syllable and just make it extend. That's how I make the USTs flow better.
Yeah.
But it's for that reason, because the vowels aren't consistent, which, it's a learning thing. You can try all you want, but depending on your accents, you probably will have inconsistent.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I wanted to talk about. It wasn't one of my questions, but like,
yeah,
is there like a noticeable accent between Kalari and Aokiba? Because if you guys didn't notice, Greg's American and I'm from Canada, so I think you've mentioned it before, like in passing, like just a casual conversation. I say my T's or O's differently or something.
Yes. Let's see. I was watching a couple of Utao videos, like preparations before this, and there was some tips on how to pronounce different syllables. With you, like, no hate or anything. This was what, makes Kalari so awesome. Sometimes, especially with O's, you kind of slip in an A sound at first and then go into the O. That, or it's the other way around. I don't know, I haven't looked into your recordings a lot.
Yeah, understandable. It's kind of interesting, though.
It's what makes Kalari unique. It's a lesson I had to learn, because I know I was kind of like poking at you for that. I'll admit, I kind of like it.
I mean, it makes them more unique, not so robotic, more human, because they have an accent. Does that, like, Kalari the accent with Kalari, does that ever cause problems when you're using her in a UST?
Oh no, hardly ever. If anything, the syllables in Utao, the USTs, are so short you can't really tell.
Oh.
Actually, I take that back. There are some times where, for example, I can't remember if this is an actual problem or this specific recording, but with ka, for example, sometimes it'll sound like ko at first, or maybe it's ko, and then like it goes into ka first before going into o. You get an idea what I mean, right?
Yeah.
With those short syllables, it doesn't quite capture that second vowel you go into.
Yeah.
So ko can sound like ka.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if we ever do record another voice bank or redo it or whatever, it'll just be something to take it into account. I remember when we were trying to record it, I tried my damnedest to do it all in one night, and it was like I was recording from like 8 till like 3, and I still had to go another night. It was horrible. Oh gosh.
So now we know. Take breaks.
Take breaks. If you're making a voice bank, take breaks. It doesn't need to be done right away.
You will make mistakes, and you
It's
will
okay.
have to re-record.
Everything's fine. You can do it. We believe in you. And if you are making a Utao, let us know. I'd love to like see something that you, like any of our subscribers have made.
Oh, definitely. Also, like, yeah, going on with that, comment down below, like, your experience making your Utaos or working with other Utaos, your gripes and your, preferences.
Share the love, like, give each other tips. Have a discussion.
Yeah.
If there's anybody to actually comment and have a discussion.
Totally. That's what Utao forums are for. Okay, so I believe that covers it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now, at this point, I'm going to go into the unprofessional, part of the questions. Again, this is all a casual recording. So, let's see. Number 5. What is your biggest Vocaloid and or Utao crush?
Ha! Joke's on you. I'm asexual. I don't have crushes on people.
Yeah, you can have crushes.
Well, I mean, this is gonna sound all Tumblr-y, but I identify as like an asexual panromantic. So, I mean, I guess I can have romantic crushes and stuff, but it's kind of rare for that to happen. Like, I'd almost consider myself like demi-romantic, because unless I have like a deep connection with that character. I mean, if I really had to pick someone, it'd probably be Oliver, but he's like 12, so no.
Actually, how old is Oliver's voice bank?
I think the boy who recorded it was 14, but I think he's advertised as 12 to 14, somewhere in there. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. It's been so long since I've actually like looked into it deeply. Well, yeah, I guess that answers that question. Wow, coincidentally, I also have a joking question up next. No, seriously, completely serious. Greg, you have to put in really serious music, royalty-free music during this intense, like, choirs and, like, pumped up for quest music.
Okay, Legend of Zelda, got it.
Greg, are you ready to renounce your country and join the Canadians on our quest for world domination?
6 months ago, I would probably answer along the lines of, hell no. With current things going on, I'm ready to renounce being an Earthling.
Getting political. Ugh.
Just going to Mars, like, this whole world is doomed. I'm sorry.
Just fuck the Earth. Don't fuck the Earth. We don't want to repopulate.
I'm an optimistic person, so that's a very dark thing to say. Let me clarify. I'm optimistic I can lead a whole new colony on another planet and do so much better.
I mean, probably. Let's have Greg being the... No, not Greg. The Aokibas can be the overlords of Mars.
Shh.
Wait, did I say that? No, I didn't.
That's right. You don't know anything.
Don't know anything. Keep quiet.
We're totally not going to conquer a planet.
Why would we do that? Why are you accusing us of that? How dare you?
Yeah, that's like paranoia. Like, take the tin hat off your heads. Like, come on, be real. Get real.
Why would we ever? What would we benefit from taking over the world?
Yeah, our Tumblr even says, not plotting world domination.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Honestly, Illuminati confirmed.
Aokiba confirmed. What? Did that answer your question?
That did. Thank you. There will be a recruitment officer coming to your door soon.
I hope there's a marshalling. Out of our 6 Aokibas, who is the most difficult to draw for covers? Who's the easiest?
That's a hard question. Well, Alexa and Kalmar they're pretty new. I think only drawn them twice each.
Not including sketches?
Yeah, not including sketches. No, I think I drew them for the Matryoshka cover. Alexa, there was the chibi of her in Wide Knowledge of Late Madness. She was also in Alice Human Sacrifice. I think Kalmar had Okasa. So yeah, I've only drawn them like 3-ish times if you want to average it. So I can't really say about those two. I mean, I love their like designs and stuff. Kalmar is a piece of work, he is. But I wouldn't say, even just talking about Araxu and Kalari, I wouldn't say either of them are harder to draw than the other, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it just depends on exactly what I'm drawing. Because sometimes I'm just trying to draw at a weird angle, so Araxu's face is being stupid and I get pissed off. So I'm like, he's harder to draw, blah, blah, blah. He's not actually. To be honest, at this point, though, I've drawn them so much, I'm actually pretty familiar with their design. They're actually pretty easy to draw. Like, for any budding artists out there, if you're trying to get good, practice. I know it sounds cliched and stupid, but just keep doing it. I promise you, it'll get better. Because, again, throwing them up on the screen now, you've got my initial concept drawings for Kalari, which look like fucking shit compared to the stuff now. The original concept drawings, trash. Get rid of them. Ugh, I can't believe they're going to be on the internet forever now.
I'll make sure of that. Okay, so who's the easiest then?
The easiest? The chibis, I guess.
Oh, of course the chibis.
They're really cute and I love them. Especially doing the bacterial contamination one. Well, that was fun.
I admire that one. You did a good job.
I'm proud of that one personally. Very proud of it. I mean, they're chibis though, so I don't know if that counts.
It's still art.
I'd say there's different aspects of Kalari and Araxu that are harder and easier to draw. Like, I'm more accustomed to actually drawing males, so Araxu's, like, his face comes a lot more natural to me. But, like, I have a lot of fun drawing, like, Kalari's hair because it's always flowing outwards and it's just really fun to do that aspect. But I guess if I had to pick someone, it'd probably be Araxu's easier to draw just because I'm more familiar with male anatomy, because I draw them more for some fucking reason. Don't know why. It's just like all my personal characters, they're men. I mean, I love them all, but yeah, so if I had to pick someone to be easier, it'd probably be Araxu, but I don't think any of the Aokibas are particularly hard to draw.
They all have their ups and downs.
I mean, Kalari and Kalmar, they have their hair pushed back away from their forehead, so it's kind of harder to draw that. Not too difficult though, like I said, I'm used to it by now.
Fair enough.
Does that answer the question, I think?
I believe so.
Cool. Oh, okay. Have you done any research into making like an English voice bank? And how hard do you think it'd be to record that? And how long would you estimate said recording taking? Because we already said like, take multiple days to record a new towel, love yourself, take breaks. So how long would an English voice bank take? Because I want to make an English voice bank. That'd be cool, but far off in the future.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I still wanted to make an English voice bank.
You don't want to?
Well, it's not that I don't want to. I mean, it'd be awesome to have the Aokibas, like, sing English, like, you know, like we naturally do. But I believe I've told you this before.
The Reckless would be atrocious.
Yeah, in order to make an accurate English voice bank, you need to go into CVVC or VCCV, one of the two.
Whatever.
I think it's the former, but that is complications all on its own. I mean, we're still in CV, and like I've been looking into VCV, and it seems easy enough. Just, you know, easier or more overlay per recording to make the syllables flow better. With CVVC, I haven't looked into it too much because the syllables used for it.
Yeah.
I have seen covers of it that include the hashtag, the @sign, the $sign,
How does
the
that even
yen
work?
sign.
How do you pronounce that?
I think it's more like representations for each recording. I don't know how it exactly goes, but like for example, with the raw, sometimes you get ra and sometimes you get raw. I think the syllables differentiate the two, and you have to, you know, keep it consistent throughout.
So basically, an English voice bank is in the very, 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 very far off future. We don't hate ourselves that much to do it right now.
Yes. Please, for
Oh, no.
audio's sake.
Take your
Be
time,
nice. Question number 7. I've asked you this a lot, you know, preparations, but tell the audience, who would fit the dress better, Arexu or Alexa?
To be honest, I think it depends what dress you're talking about. Because we've made jokes about, you know, that dress that's like gold and white and black and blue. I think it depends on what dress would complement, like what dress it is, because different dresses would complement their body shapes.
Right? Then think of the most outrageous dress ever, like someone went a little too far, and it just went bad.
You mean Araxu's dress in the World Is Mine cover?
That one was actually, I like to think that was pretty good.
Well, I mean, if you're going with that dress, clearly Araxu rocks it.
Hell yeah. But that's too simple.
I don't know. Most outrageous dress ever?
Yeah, like one who has the better chance of making the most outrageous dress work.
I think it just depends on their personality, to be honest. I think they'd be able to pull it off equally as well. Though I'm kind of leaning a bit towards more Alexa. Not sure why, though.
Gender stereotypes. Ah. So, let me spice it up. Out of all the Aokibas, who would fit the dress better?
Out of all of them. GB or Axu.
He ain't having any of that shit. Insert image here.
He's clearly the best one.
He's
gonna rock that shit. And he's gonna look adorable doing it.
GB Orexu confirmed to be the next Honey Boo Boo child.
Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Coming soon to TLC.
Stay tuned. Alright.
Oh,
that was a little LOL question.
little inside joke.
And for the audience, little sneak peek. Previous, all the times I asked that question, she said Kalmar would fit it.
Hell yeah, he would. No, well, it'd just be hilarious to see him in a dress. Just like imagining him with like broad shoulders and like the dress is like like pulled taut across his freaking man boobs. Skirt barely covering anything because he's too freaking tall.
Oh great, so all the guys can wear the dress and Alexa's the only one mentioned to have the dress.
Well, I mean, Kalari's sort of me, and I'm not a dress girl, so I'm gonna go with Alexa for that. I have one more question. I know you have more questions than I do.
About 3 more, yeah.
We've talked about this just personally between the two of us, but I figured our loyal followers should know about it. But any plans to make any additional characters and voice banks? Well, voice banks for different characters who aren't the Aokibas. Because Kalmar and Alexa, they're just altered versions of Kalari and Araxu, so technically I guess they're the same person, but...
Nothing more than a G-flag difference. Yes, I was actually humoring the thought. A couple months after we started our Aokiba channel, I was looking at a little bit more utaos going on, and then I ran into like this really cute chibi, like hooded utao that had a really squeaky voice. I can't remember the name of it. It was in one of the medleys I was addicted to, and still am, technically. I've then been kind of, coming up with theories, not quite, testing it out, but like, what would happen if I
pinched my nose and started talking like this?
Or maybe if I naturally went into my deep voice, what would the voice change? Maybe I could be like Lycan, or whatever his last name is.
Oh my god.
And then I thought about, putting the little Z's and the others, like European stuff. Can't tell if it's French or German.
I think it's more French.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
But yeah, I do plan on, tapping into altering my voice for various voice banks in the near future.
That'll be fun.
Maybe near distant future.
Near distant future. Medium away. Medium distance.
Medium future. Okay. So, on to my next 3. Let's see. And if you have any more questions, go ahead and ask.
Of course.
Who rates better, Teto or Oliver? I know I'm poking fun at you with this Oliver stuff.
I love Oliver. Shut up. Actually, I'm not too big of a fan of Teto. She's a good voice bank, and she's just a voice bank. But I'm not actually, an extreme fan of her. Definitely Oliver, personally.
I see. Teto hater?
Well, not a hater. I just don't like her as much. Oliver's superior.
Oliver for president 2020. Combining
yeah.
USA and Canada for North America. Technically we are North America, but you no longer have to define it as a border. We can just be North America.
What about you? If you had to pick someone else to be your favorite besides... Sorry, I'm gonna mess up saying his name. Wayon. If you had to pick anybody except for him, who's your favorite? Who's your waifu?
Ah, shit. Let's see.
You can't say Kato.
Okay, well, Kato wasn't gonna be my waifu. I'm sorry. I just have respect. That's it. Let's see. If I had to choose out of all the Vocaloid and Utao that I know of... Oh god, I'm pretty sure there's at least one out there that would be second best to Wayon. I'm not too sure. I guess by default I would say Len?
Yeah.
Rin, Len, one of those two. Just because, they're so bubbly.
Yeah, nobody can hate them.
Yeah, but like you said with Oliver, they're kind of children.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going on to 20. I don't know how to process that.
Yeah, probably should stay away from that.
I'll probably say it at some point. No! Wait, I know who I would pick. Holy crap, his name is Wavern. Okay, just so everyone knows out there, I'm a furry.
Oh yeah, big furry.
as you could probably tell with the whole love interest with Wei on. But on FA, for Affinity, there's a Utao user, Wyvern, I follow, and I love his voice bank. I've only just ran into him, so, you know, Weion's by default gonna be my husbando waifu. But I would totally pick Wyvern as my number 2.
I wish I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah, I'll send you pictures after this. Not pictures, covers. Okay, so, next question. Okay, this is a bit more serious. What was the biggest challenge you faced this past year with our Utao channel?
Well, I mean, I don't want to say making the content, because, I mean, I've already talked about how much of a challenge it was to juggle personal life and making content for our Aokibas. I think without a doubt that would probably be the hardest.
Okay.
If I had to pick something else beside that, I'd probably say just getting, I don't want to say inspiration, but kind of like that. Like Kalari covered Meltdown. And personally, that's a song that I adore. But I just couldn't come up with something to draw for it.
I remember this.
It pisses me off, to be honest. Like, there's so many songs that we've done just sprite videos for that I wish I could have drawn for, but I couldn't just because of time, or I couldn't compose a decent image for it. So, if I still have the file, because I made like a quick sketch, if I still have the file, I'll throw it up here in post-edit, and you can see how crappy it looked. But yeah, I'd say being able to compose something, like on the whim, especially under a time crunch, is probably the biggest challenge, just from a visuals aspect. Not even talking about like the actual recording and stuff.
That's a fair enough answer. So number 10. Okay, so I know we touched on this quite a bit, but I'm begging to know. Sound like one of those radio hosts. I'm begging to know. How in the heck did you pull off the black and white ward animation? I'm calling it an animation because that's what it is.
Oh gosh.
How did you pull it off?
I don't know, to be honest. I worked on it for a week straight. I know that because last semester I had, the way my class schedule worked out is that I had a 3-hour class every morning starting at 8, and that was it. That was my entire work schedule for academic wise. So I'd wake up in the morning, go to class, and then I'd come back, and just for the rest of the entire day I started working on black and white ward for like a week straight, like 7 days including the weekends, just to get everything done. I personally wouldn't call it animation. I guess you could call it stop motion animation, I guess. What I would do was I had the actual video up on my screen, and I'd take a screenshot of that particular frame, whichever frame I thought would show the particular motion of that second sequence the best. So I'd take a screenshot of it, and then I guess I traced it, sort of. But like, I took the basic elements of like the face and stuff, and then I put our Aokibas on it, and I drew all the images. If you give me a moment, I can probably tell you how many images I ended up making, because holy shit, it's a lot. I have a whole separate folder just in my Aokiba section just dedicated to it. Okay, so I had 85 images, but for several of them I had, like, just looking at here, I have like black and white ward 69A, black and white ward 69B, just for like a few sections that have images that are really close to each other, so I didn't have to do too much editing. So we can safely assume you made over 100 pictures. Yeah, safely over 100 images drawn over the course of a week just to get that done. And then editing them all together to get them timed up right, that was a whole other challenge, because like I had to get the specific times off of the original video, so I was like listening really closely to like what syllable they were pronouncing when things popped up, and it was hell. Again, my deepest respects go to this person right here. I would not trade her for any other person in the world. Oh, thank you so much. Mostly because she does the hard work that I don't want to do. I mean, I'm really proud of Black and White Ward. I think it ended up being pretty great. I wouldn't do it again, though. I don't hate myself.
Amen to that. And look at that, we're going on for about an hour and a half.
Holy shit, we were planning for about 10 to 15 minutes for this thing.
Honestly, I'm not surprised.
This is gonna be fun to edit.
As soon as we hit the 16-minute mark, I was like, yep, we're going on for an hour and a half.
We still have a few things to talk about, though. Since you did the introduction, I guess I can... I don't know if anyone's noticed. I know one person's noticed because we've been talking with them, but like in the descriptions of all of our videos, we're like, the Aokibas are they're not available for public use at this point in time, but ta-da, we're gonna release them for you guys to use. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait to hear covers that everybody else is making, and I'm sure Greg is excited too, just even to get feedback on the voice banks and how to improve them.
Oh, for sure.
We'll be releasing a separate video later. We don't have an exact date picked, but it'll have explicit instructions on how to download the Aokibas, probably some tips and tricks from Greg on how to use them, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy them. I'm excited for it.
Oh, for sure. I will also include tips and feedback from previous UTAU users we've talked with on DeviantArt, such as the sampler to get, all that jazz, what flags to use. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. So, one more thing before we sign off here. Do you want to talk about it?
I suppose if someone's made it to this far, they should know. So, we, in addition to having the CV voice banks public, we are also in the process of making VCV voice banks for the Aokibas.
Yay!
Currently, as things stand, I've only been able to record maybe 30 or so stuff for Araxu.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to record anything, so...
The rec list is huge.
Oh yeah!
Oh god, and then like Orimo and Setparam aren't cooperating for Romaji, and I can't type katakanas. It is a mess. But I found out a system. It just involves a lot of copy and pasting.
So that's coming. If you've made it an hour and a half into our podcast, you guys are the first to know we're making a VCV voice bank. So get hyped.
Get hyped. Alright.
So yeah, that's all we wanted to talk about for our special little anniversary podcast.
Right? If you guys want to leave any feedback, go right on ahead in the comments. You can also contact us on DeviantArt, Tumblr.
We also have a website where we've got profiles for all the Aokibas, and we also have an art gallery, a video gallery, and an audio gallery in case for stupid copyright reasons you can't listen to a particular cover. They're not super updated because we've been really busy, but we'll get to work updating those galleries at the very least. And also on the website we have a contact page, so if you want to contact us for any personal reasons, maybe you want some help with the CV voice banks that we've just released, or maybe you want to do a collaboration or something, so we've also got the email on there. But also feel free to contact us on any of our websites, DeviantArt, Tumblr, YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever, and we'll respond to you as quickly as we can.
Kelly doesn't know this, but I'm also planning to make an Aokiba Twitter account. Shh, don't tell.
How dare you!
Shh, you're not supposed to know that.
I didn't hear anything. Covering my ears.
So, I think that just about wraps up everything.
Yeah, happy anniversary, Aokibas.
Happy 1 year anniversary YouTube channel.
Here's to one more year of this hellhole.
Here's to one more year of hopefully not so deep hellhole.
Yeah, so we might do some more of these, but yeah.
Well, I definitely want to do this again at some point.
Maybe not as long, but...
Hopefully not as long, but who knows? It might be longer next time.
Probably. So yeah, I guess signing off, this is X Rose of Darkness, also known as Kelly, the voice of Kalari and Kalmar. It was great to talk to everybody.
And this is Shard588, otherwise known as Greg, the voice for Araxu, Alexa, and Chibi Araxu. And we will hopefully talk to you 1 year later. Maybe, hopefully, on the anniversary time.
Yeah.
See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi.
5
Yeah,
Mississippi. You just don't like fives.